Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this module, personal branding, becoming great, known, and respected. This topic is part of our leadership module known as the Fundamentals of Leadership Development, where we get to learn everything about leadership, how to be known, how to be respected, how to get ahead in life, and leave a lasting legacy. When we talk about personal branding, a lot of people think that personal branding is something trivial. It's something not important. It's something not worth engaging in. But history has shown that in a dynamic world like the one we live in currently, people who get ahead in life, people who get to be known, respected, and earn more are people who deliberately invest in their personal brand. People who deliberately invest in getting known for a particular skill or knowledge. A few years ago, I was working with someone, and this particular person came to me as a coach, and we're just talking. This person was sad, was angry that despite the fact that they've acquired certificates, that is, this particular person has a master's degree, PhD, has done his postdoctorate, has so many certificates, but yet has nothing to show for it. He was broke, and that made him sad. When he came to me, he was like, that I've done everything. I've gone to school. I'm very intelligent. I have the certificate to show for it. Yet, I don't have a job. Companies aren't coming for me. People aren't seeking me for advice or, for job. And after much analysis, I had to draw this person's attention to the fact that despite the fact that they have all these certificates, that the fact that he hasn't invested in his personal brand is the sole reason why he's currently struggling. Now, I see this a lot, not just in my coaching career, even as a lecturer, where I get to interact with so many professors, so many people who have PhDs, and I find them struggling in today's world that is, full with opportunities. I find these professors struggling financially, and people who have their PhD struggling because they felt that just being intelligent alone would put them ahead. Most of them see personal branding as something not worth investing in. That is why they struggle financially, they are bittered, and they feel like people don't respect them enough. People don't respect them enough, and they don't value the knowledge they have. This is why we are looking at this important topic in our leadership series, Fundamentals of Leadership Development, so that we get to give our students the edge. We get to give them the most important tools to stand out in a dynamic world. We get to change their mindset so that they become great and enjoy life. Now, when you take a look at this picture, what are these people known for? What are these people known for? The first one is the guy on the top here is known as Davido, is a musician, and the bottom is Okonjo-Iweala, an economist. Then we have Samuel Maduka Onishi, who is the chancellor of Maduka University, and also he's the owner of one of the biggest transport companies in Nigeria. Then this is Tony Elumelu, a banker, an entrepreneur. Now, when you look at this combination, right, these people are known for something. These people deliberately curate their image. They deliberately invest in what they want people to know them for. Now, just imagine, even with their success, they keep on investing in getting known, getting known. Now, just ask yourself, if you're listening to me, chances are you've not gotten to where you'd want to be. You've not gotten to where you've not gotten to where you want to be. Now, ask yourself, if these people with their success, okay, can still invest in branding, can still invest in their public perception, what about you? What about you? When we talk about personal branding, what is personal branding all about? Personal branding is the process of intentionally creating and managing the public perception of who we are, what you do, and the unique value you offer. It involves defining your identity, communicating it clearly, and ensuring it aligns with the impression others have of you. Ensuring that it aligns with the impression others have of you. Just like I said when I was starting off about someone I was coaching who was bittered, who felt he wasn't appreciated enough for the certificate he has gathered. And I had to draw his attention to the fact that people don't know him. People don't know him. Like, he has all this certificate, but nobody knows him. He didn't communicate what he has clearly to people. He didn't define his identity. Okay? He just had those things and hid them. So, just like the Bible says that, would you light up a candle and put it under the table? The answer is no. So just like that, when you have a skill, when you have a knowledge, when you have something meaningful, it's always important that you communicate it to people. It's important that you let people know about it. Let people know about it so that they get to appreciate who you are. That is the key to getting ahead in today's dynamic world. Now, when we talk about branding, personal branding in general, there are key factors, there are key terms we need to get ourselves acquainted with. And the first one when it comes to branding is personal brand. When we talk about personal brand, we said the perception others have about you based on your behavior, communication, values, and achievements. Then brand identity is the message you intentionally communicate about yourself, while the brand image is how people actually perceive you. So when we talk about branding, these are the basic three concepts you need to get yourself acquainted with. Now let us take a look at the importance of personal branding. The first one is visibility. A strong personal brand increases your presence in your field or industry. Just like I mentioned earlier on about the story of the guy who felt he wasn't appreciated. Just because he didn't invest in his personal brand, nobody knew him in his field, nobody knew him in his industry. He was just another guy with a certificate. But with a strong personal brand, you become visible. People get to see you. You don't hide your light under the table. The second one is credibility. It builds trust and positions you as a reliable authority. Now, the benefit of personal brand is that when you engage in it, people get to know you. They get to understand that, hey, this person knows this thing. And due to consistency, trust develop because they know you know that particular thing. And the next one is career advancement. It helps attract opportunities such as promotions, collaborations, contracts, and speaking engagement. And the next one is differentiation. Distinguishes you from others in a competitive landscape. The world we live in right now is quite competitive. It's quite competitive. And the only way that you can get ahead, The only way you can become successful is through personal branding, distinguishing yourself from other people. And the last one on my list is leadership influence. It enhances your capacity to inspire and lead. Let your light so shine before men, so that they may see your good work and give glory to your Father. When you put yourself out there, when you let yourself be known for a particular thing, you inspire other people to become great. Now, when I started this module, I showed you pictures of different people and asked, what are these people known for? Over the years, those people and so many others have inspired people to greatness. They've inspired people to seek greatness just because of what they've showed people, just because of the height they've gotten to and the image they portray in public. It has inspired a lot of young people to that level or want to become more than that. So these are basically the importance of personal branding and why you should, as a student of leadership, invest in your personal brand. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to chance, because the truth is your success in today's world, today's dynamic world, would greatly be impacted by your ability to invest in your personal brand. Now let's take a look at components of a strong personal brand. What makes up a strong personal brand? The first one is self-awareness. Self-awareness, knowing your skills and competence, personality traits, strength and weakness. When we talk about leadership, oftentimes we refer to self-awareness, getting to know yourself. Now the reason being that the most difficult thing that you would ever study is yourself. The most difficult thing that you ever study is yourself. And it's quite unfortunate that a lot of people don't take the time to study who they are. They don't know their strength and their weakness. That is why oftentimes you find people dwelling more on their weakness. They fixate themselves on what they don't have, rather than taking a look at what they do have, important skills, competence that they have. So for you to get ahead when it comes to personal branding, you need to analyze yourself. What are the skills? What are the competence? What are your personality traits? What are your strengths and your weakness? And the next one is brand purpose and vision, knowing what you stand for and the impact you want to make. And the next one is unique value proposition, knowing what sets you apart from others. Now, the truth is we all have something that makes us unique from other people in the marketplace. Our job is to find out that thing that makes us unique. Find out that thing that distinguishes us from every other person out there. And the next one is brand communication, online presence and all offline presence. That is through public speaking, networking, and the way you dress, the way you look, your image. These things communicate to people. They tell people who you are, what you are about, and what you can do. And the last one here is consistency. Consistency in your behavior and your communication. Now, I see that a lot of times what makes people not to achieve the success that they desire or get to the height of their career is greatly attributed to consistency. A lot of people are inconsistent when it comes to who they are. Today they are telling people, oh, I'm a coach. Tomorrow I'm a banker. Next tomorrow I'm a cook. Like, they aren't consistent in what they are. Now, when you look at the image I started off with, now just imagine Davido starting off, and today he's a cook, tomorrow he's a coach, next tomorrow he's a banker, next tomorrow another day he's a chef. Just keep changing. Chances are he might not get to where he is right now because he's going to be distracted. Just like the saying goes that if you chase two rabbits, that you catch none. The same thing when it comes to personal brand. It's important that you invest in one skill. It's important that you get to be known for something particular. Don't dabble into different things at the same time. Now, let's take a look at steps to build a strong personal brand. What are the steps required to build a strong personal brand? The first one is self-assessment. Self-assessment. You need to reflect on your values, your strengths, your goals, and your audience. These are just some few basic things you need to do when it comes to building your personal brand. Reflecting on your values, your strength, your goals, your audience, what you want to be known for, how do you want people to perceive you, what do you have to offer, what are the skills that will put you ahead, what are your weaknesses. All these things you need to really think about them, assess them, and also look at for who are the people you want to market yourself to, that is your audience. These things are required when it comes to building a strong personal brand. And I guess it's because building a personal brand requires some little bit of work. That's why a lot of people don't engage in it. So as you're listening to me, you need to understand that before you get started, just take a quick look at everything that you are made up of. That is your strength, your values, what skills do you have, what are your weaknesses. Just do an assessment of who you are. Then the next one is you need to define your target audience. You need to define your target audience. You need to define and identify who needs to know you. Employers, clients, industry peers, etc. Who are the people you want to market yourself to? If you're looking for a job, then you need to define, let's say, the particular industry you're looking for a job. You need to tailor your message to fit that particular industry, and also the kind of person you want to be known for or employed as. Then the next one is you need to craft your personal brand statement. Personal brand statement is a concise message that communicates your identity, expertise, and values. Example here is I help young professionals build leadership skills that accelerate career growth. I help young professionals build leadership skills that accelerate career growth. Then number 4 is you need to develop your online presence. That is, create or optimize your LinkedIn profile. Now, the reason why I am suggesting LinkedIn here is because LinkedIn happens to be the largest professional platforms in the world compared to other platforms. This is a place where you get to find professionals, where they gather, where they communicate, where they share ideas, unlike other platforms like Facebook, which is mainly for entertainment, Instagram also, which is for entertainment and partly educational, and you have TikTok, which is mainly for entertainment purpose. So when you analyze other platforms out there, you discover that LinkedIn stands out from these other ones when it comes to professionalism. Then the next one is you need to publish content that showcase your expertise. You need to publish content that showcase your expertise. Then the next one is you need to engage with relevant communities. Engage with relevant communities. Then 5th step, build credibility. Build credibility. Here is where you get to share testimonials and achievement. Now, just like when I started off, I talked about someone who has certificates, who has done extremely well for himself, but nobody knows him. Now, the reason is because he didn't share his achievements with people. He didn't let people to know that, hey, he has this certificate, he has done this and that. Just like the Bible says, would you light a candle and put it under the table? So the same way, would you have all these things and just go and keep it in your drawer and think that, because you're a good person, that naturally people should just seek you because you have a first class, people should just look for you? And the truth is, if you have a first class, there are 1,000,001 people in this world that have first class in that your field and probably have higher grades than you. If you've done anything, there's millions of people who have done the same thing and even higher. But what will distinguish you from every other person that has done great things is just simply showing it off, just tooting your own horn, letting people get to know what you have. Just like when you look at, if you've observed, you see that most churches, they get to talk about testimonials. Yeah, talk about your testimonials, and they put it out there online so that people get to watch. So that if you have people listening, let's say people who are Thomases like myself, who like to see before they believe, testimonials is a good way to convince people. Okay, so if you're listening to me, I want you to understand that as you are starting off in your leadership journey, every achievement, you should sing it out. You should let people know what you are doing. Let people know that you have a particular skill, a particular knowledge. Okay, show it out, show it off, blow your own trumpet. The next one is to participate in industry events. Participate in industry events. Now, a lot of people just think that life is all about, you just maybe if you have a job, you go to work, you go back home. You don't participate in any other thing apart from that, your work and your going home, staying at home. So, but the truth is, for you to get ahead, you need to network. You need to make friends. You need to go out there, get known. In Kit Ferrazzi's book, Never Eat Alone, he talks about how networking is the greatest secret to success in a dynamic world like ours. That who you know will greatly influence the results you get, and how you get to influence if you get ahead in life or not. So that is why it's important that as you're listening to me, you need to understand the importance of networking. Okay, participate in industry events. Then the next one is produce valuable content. That is articles, videos, talks, and put it out there online. Let people get to know about these things so that they understand that you know your stuff, that you are really intelligent as you claim. Then the sixth one is maintain and evolve your personal brand. Now, we live in a dynamic world. Things are changing, and the attentive span of people is diminishing every time. That is why you need to constantly invest in your personal brand. Personal brands grow over time. So that's why you need to update your message, your skills, and your presence as you evolve. Then let's take a look at strategies for effective personal branding. Strategies for effective personal branding. When we talk about strategies for effective personal branding, the first one is storytelling. Storytelling. Now, the truth is, we humans, we like gossip. And storytelling also is it's the best way, it's the best way to distill complex information. Storytelling is the best way to distill complex information. So that's why it has been effective when it comes to passing across ideas, sharing ideas. So that's why it's important for we to understand it's important for us to understand why storytelling is effective when it comes to personal branding. So use personal and professional stories to connect with your audience. The next one is thought leadership. That is where you share insights, trends, and strong perspectives in your field. Get to share your own thoughts, okay, in your own field. Then the next one again is networking and collaboration. You need to build strategic relationships that expand your visibility and influence. This is why we find people joining associations, clubs, so that they get to meet people, get to communicate, get to share ideas, get to expand their world view. Okay. Then the next one is professional appearance and etiquette. This is where you have to groom yourself well. Your grooming, your dress sense, communication style, they all shape your personal brand. Then the last one is continuous learning. You need to stay updated with new knowledge and skills to maintain relevance. You need to constantly be updated. You need to constantly update yourself with new knowledge, skills, okay, for you to be relevant in today's dynamic world. Personal branding on social media. Personal branding on social media. Here we get to talk about the platforms you need to consider when it comes to building your personal brand. My ideal still remains LinkedIn. And chances are, if you're listening to me, you are either you are a professional, you're either studying for your medicine, nursing, pharmacist, computer science, cybersecurity, software engineering, whatever it is, okay? LinkedIn would give you options. You're going to see a lot of people in your field, and you can get to look out what they are doing, learn from them, and probably replicate what they are doing. Okay, so LinkedIn is one of my favorite. It's for professional. Okay, it has this professional identity, and you get to meet people in your industry. The next one is YouTube, which is mainly for educational purpose, motivational content. So if you're looking on expanding your brand, okay, you can explore YouTube, where you get to share, talk more about what you do, produce educational content, teaching people about what you do, your skills, and all that. While X is for short insight and also for networking. Again, Instagram, Facebook, they are mostly for casual audience. Okay, they're also good for visual storytelling and engagement. So depending on which one you want to go for, okay, but strongly I recommend LinkedIn and YouTube. Now, common mistakes in personal branding. Let us take a look at common mistakes people make when it comes to personal branding. The first one is inconsistency in message. Today, you're a chef. Tomorrow, you are an actor. Next tomorrow, you're a pilot. Another day, you are a pastor. Like, you are just inconsistent. And sometimes you might say, okay, you are a coach. But when we go to your social media page, we find you posting more of jokes and nothing relating to your coaching job or things you've done as a coach. That is inconsistency in messaging. Then the next one is copying others instead of being authentic. We find this a lot. People go on social media and they see what other people are doing and they try to copy them. Now, this act of trying to copy other people puts a lot of strain, okay, puts a lot of stress. Now, the truth is, when you copy people, you become inauthentic. And when you become inauthentic, you find that particular thing quite difficult. So that's why it's important that you share your authentic self, because that's what will get people to connect with you easily when you're authentic. Then the next one is lack of clarity in brand identity. Lack of clarity in brand identity. Then the next one is neglecting online presence, which I find a lot of people doing. They'll tell you that, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm shy, I don't like online is not for me. But the truth is, if you're living in this current world, it's a disservice to yourself not to be online, especially in today's fast world, this dynamic world. It's a disservice for you not to be online, for you not to show yourself, for people not to know what you are and the things that you can offer. Then the next one is not maintaining professionalism. These are common mistakes people make when it comes to personal branding. Now, let us look at practical activities and assignments you need to do when it comes to this particular module. The first one, you need to create a professional bio. So create a professional bio, create a short version and also a long version of your professional bio. Then the next one is you need to write your personal brand statement. Write your personal brand statement. Then the next one is you need to audit your social media profile and identify areas of improvement. Audit your social media profile and identify areas of improvement. Then the last one is, which is the most important, is for you to create a LinkedIn or YouTube channel for your personal brand. Create a LinkedIn or YouTube channel for your personal brand. So these assignments, I need you to do this assignment. Just take out time to create a professional profile on LinkedIn, okay? And also create a YouTube channel for yourself where you get to share educational content, insights about who you are, your skill, whatever it is. Get to educate people. Now, the truth is, when you do this, when you get to educate people, it also boosts your self-confidence. It also helps you to, to appreciate yourself more. because it's all about personal development. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone. Okay, it's all about getting out of your comfort zone. That is why it's important that we take out time to do this. Okay, create a LinkedIn or YouTube channel for your personal brand. Personally, I'll advise you to do both. In conclusion, personal branding is an intentional and continuous process. It helps individuals stand out, build influence, and assess opportunities. By understanding who you are, what you represent, and how you communicate your value, you can create a brand that opens doors and build lasting legacy. Thank you very much for listening, and I truly hope that today's topic would open your mind to see why you need to start investing in personal branding, to see why it's important for you to put yourself out there, to get yourself known. Don't just hide, okay? I hope today's topic has done that, help broaden your awareness of the importance of putting yourself out there. Now, if you have any questions or you have comments you would like to share, kindly leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Then also, if you like the content we're sharing on this channel, you want to build yourself up, you are interested in personal development and leadership, then I just want to invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any of my videos going forward. Thank you very much. Once again, if you have comments, suggestions, questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you.